World travel writers, poets and diplomats elevated Montenegro in 19th century to the myth of the wondrous land of wild beauty. 2 centuries later, economic analysis as well as the smart specialization strategy joined the romantic view of the country. So, its beauties and wonders were recognized as market potential, especially for energy, tourism and agriculture. Today, Montenegro records an influx of foreign direct investments from over 120 countries around the world. It's a signatory to tax contracts with 22 EU member states, 20 agreements on economic cooperation, 24 on mutual encouragement and protection of investments. A clear legal framework for investments initiatives has been defined, including tax breaks, custom privileges and exemptions, direct financial initiatives for new investment projects. This concept is additionally favorable for investments in business zones that are candidates for investment projects. And this is where the story of Nikšić begins. For a high position in the list of desirable destinations of the municipality of Nikšić is recommended by economics, socio-ecological and cultural parliaments, water, wind, solar, minerals, forest resources, natural resources, industrial, economic and cultural center of Montenegro. It is at the crossroad of important roads, the junction of the coastal and the mountain regions of the Montenegro with access to the port of Bar and near the borders of crossing to Trebinje and Dubrovnik. Nikšić today is a city with extraordinary and unused resources. It has 80% of the water and energy potential of Montenegro, but also respectable opportunities for the development of all types of tourism and agriculture. The former leading industrial center of Montenegro, a giant in the processing and agricultural sector, at headquarters of the National Energy Company, today is on a list of attractive investments destination with numerous advantages, challenges and opportunities. It fulfills the key parameters that are play when choosing a location for investment, among which are 3 key initiatives: business zone, investment initiatives and the professional service for standing a business. Following these advantages and in accordance with the state development policy, the municipality passed a decision on the establishment of 2 business zones, Istok and Gračanica. In business zones, future investors will have numerous advantages for new investment. Business Zone East, with area of 101 hectares, include the area between the streets of Vuka Karadžića, the road to Ostrovac and vehicle access to Željezara. On the west side and the industrial track, the area of cadastral plots registered as a private property is 64.17 hectares, while 8.07 hectares is owned by the state of Montenegro, with the right of disposal by the municipality of Nikšić. Access and connecting roads were built for the East Zone. A connection with Podgorica, Bar and Belgrade was established by an industrial railway track, and the Kapinopolje airport is also nearby. It is equipped with water, electricity and telephone connections and has its own wastewater system. And 64 hectares belong the category of infrastructurally arranged space. According to the spatial planning documentation, this business zone is intended for industry and production, which gives investors the opportunity to perform a wide range of activities. Prescribed refills do not apply to activities in the sector of steel production, coal, shipbuilding, synthetic fibers, transport, energy and broadband infrastructure. Business Zone Gračanica. The location is classified as an industrial zone according to General Urban Plan. 130,000 square meters divided into 14 plots will be available to interested investors. It's a plan to build a regional recycling center for 7 municipalities, as well as several factories, such as the one for recycling car tires, then for the processing of juice and the furniture. It is investigated that the land will be leased to potential investors on favorable terms for the conditions of facilities for the performance of activities that do not pollute the environment. The Gračanica business zone is not infrastructurally arranged, but it is equipped with water, electricity and telephone connection. It is located in the immediate vicinity of roads that enable connections with the entire country and the board. Business initiatives. The decision to declare business zone was made with the aim of creating a more favorable business environment, reducing the unemployment rate, encouraging the investment of manufacturing companies on infrastructure-equipped land, as well as activities the capital of domestic and foreign investors. So it is accompanied by a number of benefits. For the persons employed in the business zones, the user of the business zone does not pay contribution for mandatory social insurance on wages and contribution to the labor fund. Personal income tax no longer than 5 years from the date of employment of the person in the business zone. Initiatives for doing business in business zones are leasing land for the period of 10 years at annual rent of 0.01 euros per square meter, with the possibility of extension for another 10 years. Exemption from the obligation to pay fee for communal equipment of consultation land for 50% of the amount prescribed in decision governing that area. Or complete exemption for the obligation to pay the fee for the communal equipment of construction land, provided that the investors carries out the communal equipment at his own expense. Exemptions from the obligation to pay annual fee for the use of municipal and in-categorized roads in the territory of the business zone up to 70% in relation to the amount determined by the decision regulated that area for the period up to 5 years. Exemption from the obligation to pay real estate tax up to 70% in relation to the amount determined by the valid decision for a period up to 5 years. The benefits of investing in business zones is supplemented by exceptional tax administrative benefits from the state level, which generally make the position of investors in Montenegro a truly privileged one. The story about the benefits of investing in business zones is completely by exceptional tax and administrative benefits from the state level, which generally make the position of investors in Montenegro a privileged one. In addition to the low tax rate, numerous subsidies, support programs and grants are available to investors. The law defines guarantees and protection measures for the foreign investors. More than 20 other laws related to business are in force, all in accordance with European standards. The legal and administrative procedures for starting a business is simple. A foreign investor can establish a company, invest in a company, buy a company or part of it. It is taxed the same as domestic investor. The time frame for registration with the commercial court is no longer the 4 days, while other obligations are completed within 3 days. There are 51 initiative measures in Montenegro. State authorities stimulate domestic and foreign investors with tax, customs and excise measures in programs for various fields of activity. For the sector of agriculture, tourism, service, construction, sustainable and economic development, and there are also initiatives for renewable and hybrid energy, scientific research activities, information technology, education, craftsmanship, culture. Some of these advantages are, for example, exemptions from paying part of the personal income tax and part of the contribution for pension and disability insurance on earnings that are not higher than an average in Montenegro, as well as a possibility of exemption from paying the personal income tax earned by a non-resident in Montenegro. Or if you establish a production company in economically undeveloped municipalities, you do not pay a profit tax for 8 years and tax on wages of employees for 4 years and in the fee period of time of the least 5 years. And what value added tax you don't pay for services of public interest, delivery of products and services for the construction and equipping of a catering facility of the category 5 and more stars, an energy facility for the production of electricity with an installed capacity more than 10 megawatts, for the construction and equipping of capacities for the production of certain categories of food production, then the delivery of products to the free zone, free and custom warehouses. Why are custom duties not paid? If you are registered in the register of agricultural products, you can reduce the tax rate on real estate by up to 90% of the tax liability, and investors for certain types of buildings in rural areas are exempt from paying fees for communal equipment of construction land. There is a long list of tax initiatives as initiative measures for the development and research of innovations, and subjects of innovative activities can use several initiative measures at the same time. Support measures have also been divided for introduction of international standards, the development of processing industry, crafts, where approved funds can cover up to 75% of justified costs, and a number of others such as a reduced VAT rate of 7%, refund of paid excises, duty on excise products, rescheduling of tax claims, subsidies for the purchase of electric and hybrid vehicles, for the installation of photovoltaic systems. And as part of initiative for the circular economy, costs of waste water treatment and the proper waste management are co-financed in the agro-food industry. Operators of facilities that produce electricity from renewable energy sources can obtain the status of a privileged producer and then acquire the right and initiative price for the electricity produced. Montenegrin farmers, agricultural products, micro, small and medium-sized enterprises that have agricultural activities as part of their activities can receive support through various measures and programs defined by the agricultural budget in the form of direct payments and through support of investment in crop and livestock production. In that area, the IPART programs played an important role, for the implementations of which 75% of the funds are provided by European Union. The goal of the vocational training program for the higher education studies is to facilitate the transition of young people from the world of education to the world of work by providing opportunities for additional equation of knowledge, skills and competencies. Employers are extremely interested in the program of employment of university graduates because the state participates 100% in the payment of trainee wages for university graduates for a period of 9 months. Special subsidies and benefits are intended for employments who employ a person with a disability. Among other things, he has also right to exemption from paying profit tax, grants for adjusting the workspace and working conditions for persons with disabilities and wage subsidies. The amount of that subsidy for employer who employs a person with at least 50% disability is 75% of the paid gross salary for the entire period of employment, and for a person with a disability of less than 50%, the subsidy is in the first year 75, in the second 60, in the third and every year 50 of the paid gross salary. In addition, economic entities in Montenegro have access to numerous national and international funds, and the key national ones are the Program for Improving Competitiveness of the Ministry of Economic Development and Tourism, with a total value of 4 million euros, and the Innovation Fund of Montenegro. International funds are IPA programs of cross-border cooperation, among which the leading IPARD is intended for agricultural products. An important role is played by the GIZ program, for which financial resources are provided by the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, with the aim of greater inclusion of the private sector in development initiatives and business opportunities. A favorable environment for businesses development in Montenegro is enabled by developing well-regulated and stable financial market that respects international standards, practices and norms. Financial instruments are available to all legal and natural persons who meet certain conditions for lending. In the financial service sector, the dominant role is played by banks, 90% of the total assets of the financial system, through which most of the financial businesses take place. In the financial sector, the Investment and Development Fund and European Bank of Reconstruction and Development, commercial bank and microcredit institutions play an important role. 11 commercial banks and 10 microcredit institutions operate in Montenegro. The Investment and Development Funds approves loans and issues guarantees, performs activities related to the sale of capital in the fund's portfolio. Its goal to encourage and accelerate economic development, and its area of activity is to support the sector of small, medium and enterprises for solving infrastructureness and environmental protection, encouraging exports and employment. The Investment and Development Fund has a wide range of credit lines with favorable conditions and mainly financial fixed and certain assessed with the conditions that are maximum of 30% of the approved loan can be used for certain assessed. Special benefits are defined based on the implementation of project in less developed cities for entities that employs 5 or more new people through the implementation of the project, as well as those that submit a bank guarantee as a means of security. Development is to make economy more competitive, integrated and green. New strategy for Montenegro for the period from 2021 to 2026 has 3 priorities: strengthening the competitiveness of the private sector, supporting Montenegro's transition to a green economy, supporting further connectivity and integration. Based on data from August 2022 from the official website of EBRD, certain activity in Montenegro includes participation of 75 projects, of which 40 are active. Cumulative investments so far amount to 702 million euros, which a certain project portfolio is 330 million euros. This Montenegro improved its exhibitional base of natural resources with a set of networked support measures and created optimal conditions for development of all kinds of businesses, activities, ideas and innovations. This national, legislative, strategic and institutional framework, supplemented by a series of measures at the local level, are strong motives for investing in Nikšić, a city that has built and preserved its businesses brand and its industrial culture. The company, founded in 1994, produces and distributes stable eggs and young laying hens, and also offers alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages to the market. It has 9 facilities in which, according to international quality standards, it produces annually 20 million eggs and 60,000 laying hens in 3 shifts. It has an extremely developed product distribution network. Its 2 retail facilities and employs 25 workers. What makes Alcoset competitive on the market is the company's business policy, that quality is not a slogan that is used lightly, but change that has been achieved for decades with knowledge, innovations, continuous work and experience in production. And that's why awards for excellence in work keep coming. The components of that excellence are the HACCP system and the export number for European Union. And the result is Alcoset product in all large trade chains, retail establishments, hotels, restaurants. Alcoset, a company with decades of businesses experience and good knowledge of the market, offers investors and partners cooperation for the realization of several investments. 450 euros are needed for the expansion of warehousing space. The purchase of new refrigeration and agricultural vehicles are 700 to 900 euros for a production plant with European equipment and solar panels from own production of electricity. Institute of Black Metallurgy, founded in 1974, is licensed scientific and research institution engaged in research and development in the field of technical and technological science and commercial production of steel casting, grey cast iron casting, steel products, steel semi-finished products and their alloys. 58 workers with different educational profiles and high academic degrees are employed in laboratory and production jobs. Competitive advantages. The Institute for Ferrous Metallurgy has implemented over 300 research and development projects. It has over 100 accredited test methods, among which are tests in the field of technical protection based on the MEST EN-ISO EEC 17025 standards. In order to improve the quality of service and production, it also won a certificate for the management system based on ISO 9001. Every year it realizes several expertise for the needs of economic entities of Montenegro and the region from the fields of industry, mining and energy. Institute operates successfully and mainly provides funds for investments from its own income. Nevertheless, he is ready to enter into a partnership with potential investors because the opportunities and needs for large investments are opening up, especially in the field of internationalization of testing service as well as valorization of office space for rent. Žugić LLC. Founded in 2018 as a part of its operation, it has hospitality and tourism complex event center Royal Garden with 11 employees. The composition of the complex include a 4-star hotel and a la carte restaurant, a cafe bar with conference center and banquet hall with a capacity up to 300 people, and outdoor swimming pool. It's an ideal place for all kinds of celebration, seminars, banquets, mini concerts in the atmosphere that guests want. An attractive location, a wide range and the quality of the offer and the service are recommendation for the Royal Garden, which is also related excellent on booking.com. In these recommendations, fresh food have a privilege, the origin and the method of cultivation of which guests can learn about on the spot, because within the complex there are fruit and vegetable plants, as well as a mini farm of the pigs and laying hens. The management of Royal Garden recognized numerous opportunities of business improvement, so in cooperation with investors, its plans the constructions of a bungalow for accommodation and an apartment-type facility on the site of the Royal Garden complex, aquapark and restaurant with a capacity up to 150 seats, an apartment-type of facility in Žabljak, producement of minibuses for organizing tourist tours. The minimum investment for these plans is 670,000 and the maximum is 955,000 euros. A sport and tourism complex in the city center, founded in 1991, employs 80 workers and with all accompanying sports and recreational facilities had an excellent positions for the popularization and development of sports tourism. On 20,000 square meters there is a large sport hall that can accommodate up to 3,000 spectators, an Olympic swimming pool, a shooting range, a field for indoor soccer and 2 tennis courts, a sport medicine dispensary, a fitness center. A complex also has a catering facility with a summer garden, as well as business premises intended for leasing. The sports center has built a reputation of renewed institution in the world of recreational, competitive and elite sports through variety and quality of its services. It's evidenced by the satisfactions of the users, close to 30 sport clubs with an average around 500 athletes and recreationalists per day. It hosts national and international competitive and exhibition matches as well as economic, cultural and tourist manifestation. And an important link in the position of that institution is educational role in the world of sports. Part of sport center complex is unfinished and the restaurant and business premises are undervalued. And that's an opportunity for investors. An offer has been open to invest in infrastructure through a private-public partnership model. ENC was established in 2008 for logistics and service activities. In the field of transport, it deploys 20 workers and has office, warehouses, workshops, and it's located near Nikšić-Risan main road. Part of the land and buildings are issued to the Renew and Customs Administration of Montenegro for the needs of the goods and customs terminal and in some buildings, warehouses or workshops for car mechanics have been created. The company has a registered public parking lot for trucks and customs warehouses. Tehnobaza ENC is the only company of its kind in Nikšić, and the very location where the company is located offers many benefits. The proximity of the main road Nikšić-Rise, the port of Bar and the Ilino Brdo border crossing, as well as the customs terminal at the location and the public parking lot in the property, make it indispensable in numerous activities. And the Technobase is the best partner for the valorization of that potential, in accordance with the improvements and these advantages investments. On the land of 26,000 square meters are planted in the amount of a minimum of 910,000 euros, 100,000 euros for achieving the existing gas station infrastructures and 100,000 euros for the constructions and equipping of a self-service car wash for trucks. Welding LLC in Bogatići, on the way to the Ostrog Monastery, has been offering a variety of catering and the tourist service for 30 years. On 53,000 square meters, there are the Koliba restaurant with 2 apartments, 5-story bungalows, 2 apartment-type houses, a souvenir shop, a store of local products, and the market. The restaurant Koliba, image of welding, has built and equipped in the style of an old Montenegrin houses, and the many healthy food and the homemade drinks. Montenegrin cuisine with traditional specialities is in accordance with the architecture. Thanks to the high potential of location, the geographical and climatic advantages of Bogatići, welding with 10 employers is the holder of the Air Spa certificate, and the proximity of the Ostrog Monastery, one of the world's largest sanctuaries, the architecture, ambience, the meeting of the wild and the tame makes this complex unique in the tourist offer of Montenegro. Restaurant Koliba is officially the best restaurant in category of national restaurants. It has the label CD for the diplomatic corps, and visitors from all over the world give its high marks. Welding LLC is planning the construction of a wedding saloon for which they will have conceptual design, and the planned invest is 1,500,000 euros. And the special challenge is the company is looking for the business partner ready to invest in a successful business. Trimline LLC is a recreational tourist hospitality medical complex on the edge of the Trebisa forest park, founded in 2013 and employing 8 workers. In the center of that complex is the Trim Hotel, which has 4 stars rating and has 15 rooms. The complex includes a medical center that provides all kinds of medical examinations, and spa wellness center, a gym and jacuzzi and tennis court. The speciality of the hotel is the restaurant equipped with ethnic style, so it is associated with the authentic taste of traditional dishes and the atmosphere of a home. The location in the environmental of untouched nature and near the city is a great privilege of Hotel Trim. So the profile of guests and the reason for their arrival is different. Vacations, relaxations, recreations, adventure. Because Trim Line organizes trip to the Vučje ski resort, Ostrog Monastery, Nevidio, Canyon and Tara River Canyoning, the motive for coming again is to high quality service, why Trim was awarded in the Novi Sad Fair, and TripAdvisor.com website gave it a rating of 4 out of 5. Screenplay LLC plans to expand accommodation capacity for the hotel of building 10 rooms, and the project value of the works is around 40,000 euros, but also offer numerous opportunities for cooperation and partnerships in the field of sports, recreational service, development of new tourist and wellness products. Preferences is given to investors interested in cooperation with international partners. Vučje LLC was founded in 2009, has up to 20 employees, and manages the ski center of the same name. At the altitude of 1,370 meters, it is the ideal destination for skiing, snowshoeing, and ski touring. In that complex, there is also a 3-star Vučje hotel and a restaurant servicing traditional Montenegrin dishes. The Ukusi sa Vučja brand is won by cured meat products, and events throughout the year give the complex a special flavor. Vučje Ski Center with the Ukusi sa Vučja brand, ski trails for all categories of skiing enthusiasts, and series of events and a variety of offers such as a horseback riding, biking, hiking, snowshoeing, ski touring, nature school camps, non-competition in the municipality of Nikšić. The colorful ambience and atmosphere designed by a team of experts, quality and delicious cuisine are the trademark of that center. Vučje LLC plans to renovate, arrange and adapt a part of infrastructure, accommodation units, hotel plateau, ski slopes, children's playground. As a part of innovations, the construction of adventure park and the development of stargazing are planned, and the total investment would amount to around 5,000 euros. Vučje DOO offers potential investors and businesses partners excellent conditions that will be agreed upon in international communication. Company Magic Family LLC was founded in 2019 with the ambition to offer something new in the field of mountain rural tourism. About 10 kilometers from Nikšić, on a property with an area of 7,863 square meters, the ethno village of Tačavine is springing up. So far, 7 accommodation facilities and restaurants have been built, which will offer traditional specialties prepared from ingredients produced on the company's property. The company plans to employ 15 caterers of various profiles, administrative workers and the men. The ethnic village of Tačavine is located in attractive location, one of the viewpoints of Nikšić, close to the winter tourist center Vučje, but also to the cultural and historical site of the town under Trebisa. This near the city guests can enjoy nature, mountain air and healthy food produced on the company's property. The analysis of the market lead to the projection that the accommodation will be occupied by 80% foreign and 20% domestic guests. Magic Family LLC, in order to complete the pond of the ethnic village of Tačavine, he plans to build 5 more bungalows, a stable for housing animals and the dairy for the production of cheese and cream. To fulfill the plan, the minimum investment is 150,000 euros and the maximum 250,000. Commerce LLC and Hotel Onogost are one of the symbols of Nikšić. Since 1955, occupies an honorable place in the hospitality and tourism company. In the city center, on an area of 9,000 square meters, there are two concreted architectural units, an old and new hotel with 183 accommodation units. The hotel has an excellent kitchen, a lounge bar, a presentation room, a special guest house restaurant, often a podium for musical evenings, a library, a reading room, a supermarket. The hotel, with the most accommodation units in the territory of the Nikšić municipality and the expertise of 60 employees, is an important factor in organizing cultural, economic and sports events. For a full experience of uniqueness of Hotel Onogost, a representative of the long tradition of hospitality in Nikšić, the higher quality comfort of a hotel room is missing. For the addition of existing accommodation units, the Commerce company offers potential investors and partners an agreement through international communication. Uniprom Pekara LLC. In 2004, it started with the industrial production of bread and pastries. Today, it offers a wide range of products, basic and special types of bread, pastries, bureks, cakes, pies, crusts, frozen pastries, pizzas, bases. The company has its own offices, factories and warehouses with a total area of 3,277 square meters and employs an average of 47 workers of various qualification. Uniprom Pekara DOO produces 15 to 20 tons of bakery products per day, and it's the only bakery in Montenegro that markets into products of the Macedonian and Serbian markets. The conquest of other regional markets is also certain because Uniprom offers products that are in accordance with a HACCP system, and the management of the company is in accordance with an ISO 9001-2008 standards. The company has cooperated with all trade chains in Montenegro, hotels, groups, publics, institutions and restaurants. Uniprom Bakery will in the next 4 years project an increase in income of 10% per year. The introduction of a line for the production of flat breads, kaiserica and baguettes would contribute to the growth of income by an additional 5%, and about €500,000 are needed for that investment. Ethnic Village Montenegro was founded in Piva village of Donja Brezna in 2006, and since 2016 it has been operating with the company Mirror Beauty. An ideal location in the heart of untouched nature, it offers peace but also action and attraction. Because among the 28 huts and 5 apartments, there are also the Ethno House of 1938 Pružina, a shepherd's hut, but also a room from the 80s and the National Restaurant, Museum of Musical, Wood, Cheese and Comic Books, as well as the Eco Sauna, the Street of Fairy Tales and the House of Sweets. And always a surprise. Ethno Village Montenegro, which employs 6 workers and hires seasonal workers as needed, valorizes the exceptional environment with innovative ideas and events that attract a large number of tourists as well as large number of awards. In the spirit of tradition, Montenegrin hospitality and modern challenges, numerous events are organized. In the village, among which are particularly receptive excursions, rafting, hiking, traditional schools in nature, which annually gather 10,000 children. Opportunity for investment. The great interest of visitors creates plans for the ethnic village of Montenegro. The priority to expand the accommodation capacity by building a motel and a new restaurant that would serve traditional cuisine. Those interested in investment estimate at around 1 million can make an agreement via international communication. Nika Dairy has been processing milk in its production facilities equipped according to modern standards since 2017 and producing yogurt and cream exclusively from raw materials purchased from local farmers. Cooperation with the company Falcon from Podgorica, which distributes Nika's product, resulted in higher sales and faster billing. Nika Dairy, with 27 employees, although it does not have a long tradition, operates successfully and conquers the market with quality and competitive prices. The demand for fresh and pasteurized milk and dairy products in Montenegro is much higher than the volume of production, and that defect is compensated by imports from abroad. Dairy Nika buys raw materials from the environment, which guarantees good product quality and more acceptable price. Product with Nika label whose quality is guaranteed by the HACCP certificate can be found in all sales chains in Montenegro, and satisfied customers are the best recommendation and guarantees of successful business. Investment opportunity. FML LLC plans to open facilities for production of cheese and cream, and the project investment is 200,000 euros. Due to the relationship between the supplier and demand of milk and milk products in Montenegro, as well as due to the functional of raw material prices on the global market, potential investors were able to reach an agreement through international communication. Weheim Solution LLC has been engaged in the design of production and assembly of facade elements for more than 20 years. It has developed, produced, sales, designs and construction, finance, IT and marketing sectors. The company, with 160 employees of various educational profiles, is also present to German market, and successfully cooperation resulted in negotiation of the takeover. The company ups facade and trusts their developed network of clients. Competitive advantage. Weheim Solutions has available references, 1 quality management system standards ISO 9001, 14001, 45001, and executed large projects. It offers an integrated package of products and services, builds it's managed through excellent cooperation with architectural offices, and the support it provides in all phases of projects and 3D visualization make its service unique on the market. Company Weheim Solutions recognize new opportunities on the market, and it's ready to take advantage of them through cooperation with investors. For example, for technological development, improvement of production plans, development of new products, producements of machines for installations, then for capacity expansion, showroom in Podgorica and Belgrade, production plant in Podgorica, as well as for expansion of the fleet. The minimum investment to make these opportunities a ready would be $500,000 and the maximum 15 million euros. Aeroklub Nikšić is a sport organization founded in 1928. It gathers around 250 members, and as aviation school with instructors of all profiles, it has been training candidates for 60 years. Parachuting, sailing and modeling sectors working in the club. The Aero Club organizes exhibitions and competitions events for the promotion of parachute sports and aviation. It has an outstanding infrastructures because Kapinopolje Airport, where the World Parachute Championship was held in 2010, is an outstanding destination for light, general and commercial aviation. The airport Nikšić is one of the most complete and exclusive for small aviation, with a fantastic air trip is unique and ideal for gliding, sport flying, parachuting and taxi aviation. And the quality of training of pilots, modelers and paratroopers is guaranteed by the experience of the Aero Club for a long time and the rating the most successful in its field in Montenegro. Aero Club aims to win a wide range of aviation services and activities in cooperation with investors. About $500,000 is needed to realize that plan for the purchase of glider towing winch, a TMG aircraft, a Cessna 162 aircraft, a high-performance glider for overflight and advanced training. Aero Club offers potential investors the possibility of an agreement through international communication. Within the framework of the company Healthy Life CF LLC, which operates the fitness center City Fitness, located in the center of the city, was founded in 2016. It's equipped according to modern standards and offers a sauna and physical therapy. The center, which employs 29 workers of different levels and profiles of education, provides recreation and professional athletes with all types of recreational and sports, group and individual trainings, and the Vibes Sport and Lounge Bar, phone, contains products intended for proper nutrition during the training period. What makes the City Fitness Center special in its successful cooperation with professional sports clubs, specialized programs, prestige experience units and healthy food, offer and above all professional trainers. At a time when the step towards a healthy way of life are getting faster, the service offered by Healthy Life meet the highest standards of that demand. Considering the demands of the clients are proportional to the increasingly intensive recommendation of health workers about the necessity of physical activities, the company Healthy Life CF plans to purchase equipment worth €100,000. The minimum investment will be 10 and the maximum €55,000. The company Moj Hotel LLC is owned by a 3-star hotel located along the Nikšić-Podgorica main road at the very entrance to Nikšić. My Hotels employs 10 hospitality workers who take care to the comfort of guests in 31 available rooms and restaurant that offers excellent specialities of traditional cuisine. The geographical position of the hotel is particularly recommended. It's located next to the highway near the tourist attractions of Nikšić, which can be reached on foot. The excellent service of a 3-star hotel and highly quality national and international cuisine, which together with a pleasant atmosphere and music offer guests an unforgivable pleasure, set my hotel apart from the competition. Investment opportunity. Organic food and traditional preparation of dishes and other products has become increasingly popular among domestic and foreign guests. In this regard, my hotel plans to expand the restaurant, where traditional Montenegrin cuisine will be served and where guests and all interested parties will be able to buy products made according to traditional recipe, such as homemade prosciutto, homemade cheese, homemade juices of various kinds, fruits, etc. Amount of the investment will be amount of 85,000, and the benefits offers to investors will be defined through direct communication. Natalija Vušović has been successfully operating over 8 years and has already become a brand in interior design in territory of Montenegro, and they can also boast of successful projects in neighborhood countries. The professional team of architects, designs and production staff pay special attention of the wishes of the clients, and with the help of 2D and 3D architectural visualization, they enable the client to see how the invested project will look even before its work begins. Successfully completed projects speaks of the quality and innovation of this company. Investment opportunity. Keeping pace with the client requirement, the company plans to expand the factory capacity by purchasing a new equipment and expand the production facility. The minimum investment is 10,000 and the maximum is 100,000 euros. Founded 3.5 decades ago, a family business in Nikšić, the meat industry Wujadinović company has taken a dynamic path to become one of the leading regional brands in the field of food products production. Numerous investments during the decades of work, and especially in 2019, resulted in a production of capacity of 60 tons of dried meat products and 40 tons of fresh meat for consumption on daily basis. Today, the Wujadinović company consists of 200 employees who apply world-recognized standards and systems every day, implement the most modern technological procedures, using modern equipment from renowned global manufacturers. The company's entire operation are carried out in accordance with the HACCP system and ISO 9001-2008 standards, which are accredited by the world's most recognized certificate body, SGS, based in Geneva, in a natural environment, as if created for food production by combining several decades of experience, the most modern technology, and the cleanest ecological environment, an oasis of production of the highest quality meat products, which are recognized on the market for their quality, was created. Wujadinović LLC Nikšić offers investors and partners decades of experience and success in business and good knowledge of the market and business opportunities. All details about planned investments can be considered in direct communication. Brewery Trebesa was founded way back in 1896 under the name Onogost. Prince Nicola recognized the potential of this idea and gave his approval for the opening of the first factory in Montenegro and exempt the customs duties on the import of the equipment and raw materials, and the duty on beer. Due to the needs of the market, a number of merchants and artisans from Nikšić decided to build a new brewery in 1908, whose name Trebesa was survived to this day, despite turbulent historical changes. The hard work and the knowledge of generations of experienced brewers created an uncompromising quality, thanks to which Nikšićko pivo crossed the borders of the region long ago and become the most recognizable brand of Montenegro. Trebesa Brewery is the second oldest beer factory in Yugoslavia, right after Apatinska Brewery. Nikšić beer has become a recognizable brand in the countries of the former Yugoslavia, but also abroad. The first international award for product quality was received back in 1932 in Paris, where Trebesa was awarded the Charter of the City of Paris, the Golden Cross and the Golden Medal. And in the following years, more than 70 awards followed the domestic and international competitions. Due to the crisis caused by sanctions and political turmoil in the 1990s, the Trebesa Brewery has significantly difficulties in business. The brewery was sold to the Interbrew Company in 1997 for 25 million German marks. In 1912, its branch Starbrew sold the Nikšić brewery to the American-Canadian company Molson Coors. In the same year, there was an increase in the export of Nikšić beer to the markets of countries in the region, and soon the products of the Trebesa brewery begin to be exported to European Union. Already in 2016, Trebesa Brewery received an award for successful businesses from the Chamber of the Commerce of Montenegro. Brewery Trebesa is a bright example of a successful investment, which, due to a favorable investment and business climate, has led to significant results both on the national and international markets. The successful operation of a brewery in the post-investment period can serve as profitability reference for interested investors who are thinking about investing in the municipality of Nikšić. Željezara, as a state-owned enterprise of general national importance, was founded in 1950. During its history, it lived up to expectations, and in the 80s it became a giant in the metal industry in the territory of the former Yugoslavia, employing at one period a record 7,300 workers. In the past period, the company went through frequent organizational and management transmissions, including the structure of private ownership, after which in February 2023 the new company EPCG Željezara Nikšić, owned by Elektroprivreda Crne Gore, was established on its property. The newly founded company EPCG Željezara Nikšić is trying to the solar industry instead of the production and processing of steel, which has been the main activity of Nikšić Željezara since its foundation. EPCG Željezara Nikšić, as a part of EPCG, will support the energy and solar industry within the framework of renewable energy projects. According to the business plan, the employment of 304 workers is certainly planned, and in the coming period, through the implementation of large investment projects, the number of workers is expected to increase significantly. EPCG Željezara Nikšić has a strong perspective, bearing in mind that in addition to the announced large projects in the field of solar energy, it has huge spatial and material capacities, which is actually reflected in the increases in interests of potential investors for cooperation with EPCG Željezara Nikšić. EPCG Željezara Nikšić, as a newly formed company, in the coming period will strive to influence the creation of a stimulating businesses environment and strengthen cooperation with credible potential investors from the scope of its businesses through the implementation of crucial investment projects. More detailed information about planned future investments should be considered through direct communication. Hladamont, the company founded in 1996, is one of the leading distributors of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages in Montenegro, exclusive distributor for the German beer brand, Italian Prosecco, Pago, Juices, Kovin, Brandy Radenska, mineral water, and more. Hospitality tourism segment of the company is crowned by representative facilities Hotel Trebesa and Yugoslavia in Nikšić. Hotel Trebesa with 4-star in the monumental area Park Forest Trebesa, Nikšić's most famous picnic spot with a lookout point from where a unique view of the city can be seen. It's unique to Nikšić. The hotel has 8 rooms, a restaurant, a lounge bar and 2 terraces immersed in the forest. The ambience won the Wild Beauty Award for the Best Small Hotel in Montenegro in 2012 and the Travel and Hospitality Awards Unique Hotel of this year in 2018. Hotel and Restaurant Yugoslavia categorized with a 3 stars design in the spirit of the times, associated with peace, unity and cultural achievements in the second half of the 20th century, is located in the very center of Nikšić. With 2 restaurants and a conference room each and a large cinema hall, the hotel is also a podium for conferences, seminars, roundtables, team buildings and the other type of events, celebration with logistical support and catering. The representative of the hotel is the Restaurant Yugoslavia, which offers traditional and international cuisine from a cultural and hedonic aspect, along with a rich wine list giving the final impressions of the entire facility. Constant innovations positions the company Hladamont high on the leader of success. In accordance with this, the construction of bungalow is planned as a part of Hotel Trebesa in Nikšić, and there are the numerous other opportunities that would be presented to investors through international communication. State initiatives and the series of benefits at the local level are strong motives for investing in Nikšić, a city that has built and preserved brands and industrial culture in the world of business. Local administrations dedicated to investors' adequate valorization of investment potential and overall socio-economic development. Competent workspace of the competitive price, development of an international businesses network, good infrastructure connectivity and transit locations are just some of the reasons why Nikšić occupies a high position on the map of attractive destinations for investors. Analysis of the increasing complex and demanding global market indicate that in the future the quality selections of country, region, city or municipality for investment will be of crucial importance for the success of every company.